want to bring up one little story real quick before we move on.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was waiting for that because that was my segue earlier. Not all companies are bad.
Okay, my bad. I thought you were trying to get us in with this. Okay, well,
I know it's all right.
All right,
go on.
Real quick, I did want to give you guys an update on something that we've been keeping our eyes on. This is a little more local, but it's still geek community. It's still geek culture related.
For all our Florida audience who are currently watching.
Yep. There was an update published yesterday, being Friday. What is it? 16th? Was it? Yeah,
it's Friday the 16th, yesterday.
Published by the head of MetroCon, Alex Craddock. It was published on the MetroCon website. Basically,
I did not hear of this.
Oh, basically, it's a State of the Union kind of update on how they're going to be planning on working here. I'm actually going to go ahead and read this off for you guys. And this reads off, and if you want to read this on your own, just go to MetroCon's website, metroconventions.com, and click on the purple banner on the top that says, click here for the most important info regarding COVID-19 2021 planning and more. The update reads, and I quote, "Hey folks, I did a Facebook/Instagram live stream several weeks back answering a lot of questions and wanted to post it here for anybody who didn't get to see it." Yep, that live stream is still on the MetroCon Facebook page, and he did go ahead and post it at the bottom of this text over here. It looks weird in mobile, by the way. It cut the video frame cuts off half of it, so we only see half of Alex Craddock's face in front of a webcam. Yeah, which is weird, but that's not important.
Damn. That's not important.
That's just web formatting, whatever. Additionally, we have a quick policy update for you all at this time. We have instituted an internal policy that all staff, cast, and volunteers for the convention will be required to be vaccinated by July 1st, 2021 to participate at MetroCon 2021 to ensure that any mandatory interactions with staff/volunteers/ etc. throughout the weekend are as safe as possible. We will continue to update policy as necessary and as advised by healthcare professionals. Thanks for your patience as we continue to move forward. Signed, Alex. Now, that's not bad. Okay, so they're basically looking forward to getting whoever is going to be volunteering for the convention, whoever is going to be working as staff, or anyone who's cast for their main premiere shows. They want everyone to have their vaccines completed by July 1st. So right now we're April, May, June. Yep. So what? 2.5 months. That's
2.5 months from now.
Should be plenty of time to get your vaccinations by then, if you're working there, and that's cool. One concern that came up while we were discussing this, and while other folks have been discussing this online, was is this going to be extended out to vendors and Artist Alley folks as well? Namely, because they're also front facing with the attendees. So that's something that should be probably considered. I don't know. That's probably something that hopefully the MetroCon staff are also in the middle of deliberating. The only reason why I know that this is kind of a hard issue on our end is because the last time anyone in Florida tried to do any sort of fucking convention, you remember, it was in January. We talked about this down in Miami, how there was this fucking convention over there, and they decided to not have social distancing, not have any staff or the vendors have any sort of social distancing or any work on vaccinations if they were older. And what's even worse is that there were COVID cases that popped up out of that convention, springing primarily from vendors and artists who had COVID and came to the convention anyway.
Yeah.
So
how ironic. You would think that it would have been from the actual cosplayers who spend most of the time in their stuffy, difficult costumes. But no.
No,
the unexpected one.
But hang on a minute. But has Alex actually answered that concern about Artist Alley and
this just came up yesterday. I'm pretty sure if there's any sort of discussion that's going on, it's probably something internal.
Okay.
But hopefully with us bringing this up here, it becomes more external. If anyone who works with MetroCon or works at MetroCon, if they want to leave a comment or reach out and say what sort of vibe that you guys are getting with that part for all this, feel free to go ahead and either discuss it or keep it to yourselves. I don't know. We're just figuring that's probably something that you guys might want put into consideration as well.
Yes, and for the folks who are watching, who are wanting to attend MetroCon, yes, I advise you to continue to follow the updates from the MetroCon website. Continue to follow up the news. Remember that the deadline. Remember that July 1st is the deadline for the staff and cast. But
Staff,
for the
cast, and volunteers.
staff, cast, and volunteers. But for the attendees, if you wish to go, I mean, if you want to go, I strongly recommend that you not only get yourself vaccinated, but also continue to follow CDC guidelines, because while
Social
you're
distancing and masks, and yes.
because while you're safe and you're doing your part for the community, you can't account for the mass number of people, the number of attendees, because for all we know, they're not doing their part as well. And
You got to remember, we nerds can be pretty funky. We have a bad time trying to keep ourselves hygienic without a pandemic in our midst.
however, if you feel compelled, if
I
you
don't know.
don't,
Wait. What is this we? What is this? Are we talking French now? Because I know for a fact you motherfuckers bathe, and so do I.
all
No,
right.
We're making more of the fact that there's so many goddamn people that you cannot keep track of every single one of them. It's impossible.
Sacre bleu. But if you don't feel that it's safe enough to go out in public, to go to a convention, then you're fine. Stay right at home, continue doing what you're doing, and no hard feelings.
Absolutely. No one's going to blame you if you don't attend the con. And it's not the end of the world if you don't attend a con. We want people to come back to cons, and we want the con scene to come back. We just got to be smart about this shit, like we've been saying. And I'm glad to see that the convention staffs, especially the convention staff at Metro, since that's the one we're primarily discussing, are taking this stuff seriously. We're really happy about that, and we are very glad to see that that Alex and his crew are putting the safety and well-being of the attendees as their top priority. So thank you for that.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Alex,
Yes.
and thank you very much, staff.